Hello again, everyone. Our top story tonight focuses on Eric Murphy speaking at the Ark Encounter protest. Eric is the host of Talk Heathen, a weekly call-in television show in Austin, Texas, geared toward long-form and ongoing dialogue with theists and atheists about religion, theism, and secularism. Talk Heathen is produced by the atheist community of Austin.
Next, we have Eric Murphy. Came all the way from Texas, had to drive more than a couple hours. He's going to tell you, I'm sure, about his podcast and stuff. So just to keep it moving, Eric Murphy, everybody.
All right. Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Aaron, for putting a little bit of space between me and Kelly. Holy moly. There's no way you can follow that up. My name's Eric Murphy. I'm with the atheist community of Austin. The show that I do is Talk Heathen, and I'm also doing speeches. I'm doing debates. I have a podcast called the Atheist Podcast, and I'm just really, really excited to be here. I got the opportunity to meet you and spend time with people that I care about. So thank you so much. And I wrote a speech on it. So when I started the speech, I was a bit worried about the tone it was going to take. Several times I had to remind myself to stay neutral and subjective because it would have been so simple to take the easy path and make fun of that museum and laugh at the people who come to visit. I kept thinking that I had to be reserved and respectful. After all, it wasn't their fault that they never learned about archaeology or how to evaluate evidence or even how to be critical thinkers like you and me. Maybe they didn't have the advantages that you and I had. All the things that enabled us to break away from the irrationality of dogma. Maybe they were never taught that it was all right to speak up when church elders tell you things that defy logic. Or that it's okay to live in the real world and not some fantasy version of its origins and history. I thought it would be better to approach the subject with kindness and patience and try to take the high road and not resort to insults and derogation. And then I thought, fuck that! Stupid ideas don't deserve respect. Stupid ideas don't deserve to be handled with kid gloves, just because it might hurt somebody's feelings if you point out how utterly absurd they are. Stupid ideas should not be tolerated or endured simply because believing them doesn't really hurt anybody. No! What they do deserve is to have a spotlight turned on them. They deserve to be exhibited center stage where everyone can see just how crazy and laughable and ludicrous they are. They should be held up for ridicule and scorn every second of every day, because that's the only way we're ever going to get rid of them. That's the only way we're going to keep ourselves safe. And even more importantly than just us, it's the only way we're ever going to keep our children safe. Because let's face it, how are we going to keep growing as a society? How are we going to keep improving and advocating and raising the quality of life for all human beings if we keep allowing this kind of foolishness to exist? Generation after generation. Don't we want to leave our progeny a better legacy than that? There's a growing movement in the nation right now to turn our country into a theocracy. And I'll be honest with you, that scares the hell out of me. That should scare everyone. Not just each and every one of you here today, not just every free thinker in America or even in the world. It should scare anyone who loves freedom and the right to choose. Anyone who cherishes life and believes in the autonomy to determine how we want to experience this life that we have. We should all be fighting this movement with every breath, with every ounce of strength in us. But how do we do that? Kelly had it perfectly. Through education. We need to get involved on local and state levels, working towards getting the right reforms. Textbooks that teach real science, not religious crap like that abomination over there. We need more emphasis on real history, not erroneous facts. but the story of who we are as a people, the things we've learned and the mistakes we've made. And more importantly, what we need to do is correct those mistakes. We have to reinstill a sense of pioneer and adventure that we've lost. We have an anniversary coming up in a few days. It will be 50 years since Neil Armstrong set foot on the moon on July 20th, 1969. 50 years! And in that time, religion has undermined that accomplishment. Religion has made it seem small and irrelevant and inconsequential, when in reality, it's one of the most significant landmarks of human achievement. And think about what that's cost us. Religion has taken our eyes off the stars and forced us to look backwards at a history that never really happened. It's refocused our vision on an ancient book that has no relevance to our modern world, if it ever had relevance at all. Instead of opening new horizons, it's made the world smaller.
You're a local pig?
Darker.
Hi, how are you?
And uglier.
Diana Clarion. That's me finally.
It's targeted our differences and separated us instead of bringing us together.
There you are.
We should all be celebrating this glorious rock that's hurtling through space. And depending on the day of the year, it's moving around 48 million miles or kilometers per second. I got it online. If I got it wrong, let me know. But instead, we're killing each other over different interpretations of a God that doesn't exist. I'd say that's the true definition of insanity. Steven Weinberg once said that for good people to do evil things, it takes religion. Well, I'll go a step further. For good people to believe in batshit crazy ideas like that museum out there, it takes religion. And it has to stop. Now. We have to stop indoctrinating our children with this nonsense. We have to stop being so accepting and keep holding the owners and supporters of that monstrosity accountable for wasting local money and resources. Money that should be used for drug rehab programs, medical care for the eastern part of this state, and education programs. We have to stop shrugging our shoulders and leaving it to others to make a difference. We have to learn to start saying no. No more. We have to speak up and fight back. And every little bit helps. Every time we say no, we're empowering the next generation of free thinkers. Every time we attend a rally or start a protest, we're giving someone something to think about. And it may only be one person, but that's okay. One person can change the world. You never know. It's happened before. So keep being the change that you want to see. Just keep trying to reach people, one human at a time. And if we keep fighting, maybe someday, others won't have to.
Yeah! You're here!
Well, thank you for joining us once again. I hope you enjoyed Eric's speech. I know we all did. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Oh, and if you really like what we're doing and would like to see more expeditions like this one, please consider becoming a patron. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.